Hello and welcome to the SRK Awards stream. As you see, I dressed up in my finest. I lost my bow tie, I'm afraid. So sorry about that, everyone. I'm joined with Luke and Sam, the SSE Racing Events organisers. How are you guys doing today? You all good?
Not too bad, not too bad. How are you?
Wonderful. A fine evening of festivities ahead of us. So first of all, before we go into the awards, big thanks to everyone who's supported us all year. Obviously, it's been quite a tough one anyway, but we got the majority of the rounds in. Real shame about Botmore. We wish them the best of luck. We're really hoping to be back with them late next year. Reminder that the 2021 calendar has been released. I'm just going to pop that up on screen in a sec once I figure out how to do that. So let's have a look here. If I put him over here. And my usual noobish figuring stuff out. There we go. So the usual plan with Coombe and Exeter, Herefordshire, Wilton Mill, Bayford Meadows, Brighton, and Butmore to finish as well. We've got a TBA round there as well. We're hoping to go to Capital Karts in London. Initial plan was Formula Fast. Obviously, that's fallen through a little bit, but we're just trying to get hold of Capital at the moment, hoping they'll be able to include us, but it sounds quite good. And yeah, that's the plan with all of that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do first is go on to the heavyweight teams presentation. So for that, what we will do is get all the participants, all the people that are going to be on the podium on screen, and then I'll go through one by one and we'll talk to you one by one. So hello, Sam's cat as well. Very right, cool. So let's find out who's in the teams. So I think what we're going to do is add on Mr. Stark. Hello, Mr. Stark. And we're going to add on Mr. Shepherd and Mr. Durant. Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, everyone.
You may speak, guys.
It's fine. It's all good. They're not allowed to. Okay, cool. Right. So we know all the people that are on the stream know the results, but for the benefit of people that don't know the results, a lot of drama should be coming up. So we only have the top two heavyweight teams to give out because of the fact that we only had two teams to do the whole championship. So with further ado, I will give out the awards tonight. So in second place with 430 points was the Wizards, which was Sam and Matthew and Zach. Well done, the Wizards. Good job. But yeah, your heavyweight team champions this year is BSR with 437 points, which Brad and Neil on screen. Let's give a big round of applause. Well done to you guys. Good job. Good job. Okay, Sam and Luke, over to you.
By the pinnacle of it as well, I will add. It was very, very close, wasn't it? Now, I just wanted to ask you guys just a brief question. How was the season for you as a team? Neil, Brad?
I'll go, yeah. No, it was overall, yeah, no, I thought it was really good, yeah. It was yeah. It went well, yeah, I'm not really sure. What else to say?
I think as the teams, I mean myself, you and Zach, we're all, constantly tail and tail with BSR, and it was a close season on that perspective. And I think it was nice to see how close it was all the way through, and we lost Bradley, by the way, because he's frozen still. But I mean, yeah, just looking how close that was is it's super painful to lose it that close, really. But at the same time, it was a good fight. The amount of effort that Brad put in to make sure that he had someone strong every round was good, and he also missed the first round as well, so it was a good comeback. Yeah. I enjoyed the battle, and I look forward to the future battles next year as well.
Yeah, didn't me and Brad both miss the first round because we didn't actually join teams until round 2 or 3?
First 2 rounds, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Round 2, I think, was Herefordshire, was it? Was it not? You were there for that.
You did miss one round.
His points didn't count towards.
No, he was racing for the lucrative Not Fast, Just Furious team of Neil and Morgan.
Just me and Morgan. And then I moved over and showed Brad how to do it. Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of the drop round score as well, isn't it? So you can get away with having wherever it was. So that's always good.
Yeah. I got a question for Neil, if that's all right. What was your worst moment of the season? And I don't want to hear karts. What was your moment of the season that lost you a race, lost you a position, lost you a trophy? Hit me. What have you got?
Oh, do you know, I didn't even think about. I try not to look at the negatives, and I was never even going to say karts, because you get what you're given, and the luck will be with you if not. So I don't know about a negative. After having a conversation with you last week around me constantly always thinking about people behind me rather than in front of me.
Yeah.
That was a big turner for me for Castlecombe last 2 weeks ago. So yeah, definitely made me think a lot about my 2021 journey. But apart from that, 2020, you know, probably Herefordshire, I reckon, was probably the track that I struggled the most, even though I've raced enough there. I think my result there wasn't as good as other rounds. Yeah,
I second that. I myself had a bit of a bad result, and I remember me and you were fighting in the B final. So yeah, it was a tough day. But Herefordshire does go well or go bad for me, so I can agree with that. Luke, did you want to take over with a question?
So, Brad, it was obviously a good result for the team. Your targets for 2021?
Yeah, well, obviously we want to be at the top again. This year was great. All my drivers put in a lot of effort. I put in a lot of effort, and yeah, I'm hoping to be back at the top in 2021.
Should we give the big news? Are we allowed to give the big news, the big driver signing for
Sure,
2021?
go for it.
You can say it, Sam. You're in charge.
Not yet. I'll let Brad say
Not
it.
yet.
All right. Okay. We'll do it another time. Okay.
No, it's all right. We'll leave that for another day.
No problem at all. All right, cool. Well, thanks a lot for heavyweight teams. I'm going to remove you guys from the stream. You might be included later on as well. But thank you. I'm just going to remove you one by one here. There we go. Cheers, guys. Okay, cool. So next one we're going to go on to is lightweight teams. So let me bring up my lightweights teams because I can't remember who's in who's one. Let's have a look here. Okay, so I think we're going to add in a couple of people here. We have got Adrian. We've got Tom. We've got Amy. I think that's who we've got for this one here.
Hello.
So hello to everyone.
Are you in a hotel, Amy? You look like you're in a Premier Inn.
For me?
Yeah.
No, I'm on the
So
sofa.
comfy.
The sofa's well comfy, yeah.
So lightweight teams then. We've got three for this. Sam, did you want to mention briefly as well for heavyweight teams before we forget about the third place?
Yeah, so for those of you that were just on, each of you will earn a trophy for the teams. 2 trophies per team. That will include the captain. Now, as there was no third team in the running, and it was very, very close with the Wizards, there was 3 of us, myself, Zach, and Matthew, who was just on. So we do have a spare trophy for the third place team that didn't take part. So Matthew, you will get that third place trophy, as Zach did pip you by a couple of points. So he will get the original trophy for the teams. But there will be a trophy for myself, Zach Venn, and Matthew Stark for runner-up, and 2 for the winners, which were Brad and Neil.
Wonderful. Okay, so lightweight, we can do the top 3. That was just a strange one in heavyweights because there was only 2 teams involved, or 2 full season teams. Of course, everyone next season is going to be encouraged to be in heavyweight anyway, or weighted as it were. So top 3, again, we're going to go through nice and quickly here. So in third place with 409 points is Swift Cooper, only the one representative so far. In second place, he doesn't get a round of applause. He's fought all his drivers anyway.
Get one of these.
In second place with 416 points with Shrekkers or Wreckers. It was me and Adrian, well done, and Ian as well, and an assortment of other drivers. And the winners then, the lightweight teams championship. And I think I think overall, I might be wrong on that, but 440 points was TSG Karting. So well done, TSG Karting. Good job.
Well done. I believe you guys have your trophy already. Am I right in thinking? Have you got it there?
Yeah, we do.
Hey,
Okay.
look at that. So, Adrian, you obviously do have one of these, my friend. Do make sure you come along next year and you'll get it.
Well, yeah, I will try to turn here to the UK.
You're not in the UK now, are you?
No, I'm still in Spain.
Yeah, that's probably a good decision, mate. Stay there.
Charming. That's our championship organizer, Sam Slayer. Right. Luke and Sam, you're in charge of this part, I think.
Yeah, so I'll start if you don't mind, Luke. I'll jump straight to Tom. As tired as he looks, I'll ask you one question. Who was your biggest rival of the 2020 season?
Oh, that's either my teammate or Mr. Cooper. Probably Mr. Cooper when he didn't drive away from me. But then I got Amy on side. It was difficult to keep her behind me or to keep both of us in the race. But yeah, there was 3 or 4 lightweights that pushed us. But I don't know. I had some really good early season form. I managed to push it from there. And yeah, I think Amy and Luke, the 2 fastest that pushed me all the way.
Yeah, for sure. And on the back of that question, if you don't mind me asking again, I think I know what you're going to say, but what was the one moment where they took advantage of you the most? I know the exact moment, but I want to hear you say it.
Yeah, you want to hear me say it, but I'm not going to hear you say it because I heard you have a leading question earlier. It was Wilton Mill. No, it wasn't. It was Brighton, you bastards, when you pushed me out. No, again, following on from Neil, I was too worried about who was behind me, and I didn't keep pushing. I got 2 nudges, and I let it bother me, and you 2 slipped through, and yeah, that was the point. I thought the championship was gone that race.
Yeah.
I thought it was gone then. I didn't leave happy.
Go on, Luke.
So, Amy, what was the best moment of the season for you?
I think it has to be Wilton Mills, for sure. Yeah, it was a good run for me actually, Wilton Mills. So yeah.
Any particular reason?
I don't know really, just the final. I really enjoyed the final. It keeps me on my pace and had a good race with Ben. Just trying to keep the line, trying to keep going, and yeah, it was really good.
It was a fun race. I was involved in that tangle
we
as well.
were switching a lot, and I was making mistakes and letting him pass. Opening the gap, letting him pass, and then he did exactly the same in places. And I learned a lot of things from that. Don't leave the door open. So and then that helped me through the rest of the year. So yeah, it's been a good run.
Good.
That was a good run.
And Adrian, what was your favourite round and why?
Brighton. The reason why is because it was close racing the whole day, and I think it was Amy and me the whole day overtaking each other. So for me, it was the best one because I was able to beat at least Amy a couple of rounds, even when I was defeated at the very end. But I really enjoyed the day.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. You are lightweight teams. Again, we may add you in later on, or you may not be in the top 3. But thank you for joining us anyway. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
There we go. And cool. Right. We've got 2 more drivers' awards to go through, but I think Sam, you've got some other awards to go through first, have you?
Is that the other awards that we wanted to mention?
Other awards.
Yeah. Now, I just want to make sure that we've agreed on the same person.
Going to make it up.
So, I don't want to say a name, but we do have a reward for the best sportsman. There it is. And I want to make sure that I say the right person, but I do believe we went with Josh Nye, if he's watching.
Yeah.
So well done, Josh Nye. I believe every single time I spoke to you whilst you were racing, you were always the one that was just positive, enjoying yourself, and throughout never complaining. So well done, mate. That's well deserved, in my opinion.
And I think special mention as well to Chris Salisbury as well, first year, and really tried, improved quite a lot throughout, had some tough decisions go against him, but kept coming, so it was all good.
Careful what you say.
Oh, lead on to our next award.
So we do also have another one for the most improved driver. Now, this one was extremely close. I think there was two honourable mentions. We had Chris Salisbury, and we also had Mr. Neil Durant. So my camera seems to have lost a bit of... whatever, that'll do. Now, I think I think it was quite obvious that Neil had made a massive improvement from the year before. However, we were looking at Chris. Chris shot up from a major midfield, maybe even back of the pack the previous year, into taking the top to the middle fight. So this does go to Chris Salisbury. Well done, mate. That is your most improved driver of 2020 award.
Well done. Excellent. Wrong.
Honourable mention. What did you have?
No, that's fine. Right, have you got any more awards to give out?
No, that was the two that I had.
Wonderful. Okay, well, we've got the two drivers ones to go through, of course, the most important one. So I think we're going to start with heavyweights on this one. I wonder if I can do this suspensefully. Ooh, so I can, because I've got the stuff here. So I'm going to bring him in third, second, and first. So first of all, in third place for BSR with 197 points was Neil Durant. Well done, Neil. Well done.
Really?
In second place on 215 points was, for BSR, Mr. Bradley Shepherd. Well done, Mr. Bradley Shepherd. Good job.
Thank you very much.
And I have to remove him and add him back in. The winner was Sam Slater. Well done, Sam Slater. On 227 points. So well done. Luke, you can be in charge of this bit because Sam's in the awards. So
so we'll go for Neil first then. On a whole, how was the season for you?
Ooh, look at that.
Well, first of all, the trophy is as big as my head, which I never thought that. So thank you very much for that, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed, even though racing was a bit up and down, thoroughly enjoyed the whole season. The one indoor track I wasn't so fussed of, but all the rest thoroughly enjoyed. Outdoor racing is definitely the way to go. I enjoy it more now than indoor. And Wilton Mill, my best track.
Yeah, I love Wilton as well.
Turning circle, Wilton Mill was an achievement. One by beating Sam, ever, and the track was brilliant. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the season, mate. You've done a great job, the three of you. It's been some difficult times this year, and loved it. Absolutely loved it, mate. So I'm looking forward to 2021. Already dates are all in my diary, and I'm ready to go. So
awesome.
Thanks, guys.
And what will your target for 2021 be?
Me and Brad, 1 and 2.
In that order.
Yeah, what it is. I'll leave now.
Sam is behind me. That's my target. Do you know what? We're because of this year now is going to be all same weight. Actually, I want to be in the top 3, which is going to be more of a challenge with Tom and Amy because they are very quick. So and you as well, Luke as well. You were flying. So no, I want to be up in the top 3 for whatever it is.
Brilliant. Well done, Neil.
No, thanks,
so, Brad, what was the best moment of the season for you?
There's a couple of moments for me that really stand out. I really enjoyed Hereford, dominated the heavyweight class, but my favourite track of the year has got to be Brighton. Even though I didn't have as much luck as I'd have hoped for in the final, the track was absolutely brilliant. The day was brilliant, and yeah, that was the highlight for me. Brilliant.
And then on to Sam. I assume that Brad was probably your biggest rival in the heavyweight category, but who impressed you the most?
Neil did, for sure. I mean, looking at what he had the year before, he was fighting just outside of the podium, and this year he was consistently on the podium, knocking my teammates off the podium every single round, and that's his performance this year is partly the reason why BSR took the team win, I think. And I congrats to you, Neil. You've won multiple trophies this year. Hello again, Kat. I definitely would say that you drove the best this season. It's a good to see you rise. But with the mention of Brad, he had a rough few rounds at the start, and then. Well, no, his first round, at Hereford, he came straight into the season and, tore us a new one. Dropped off for a couple of rounds and then came back strong, and it was good to see that Neil and Brad were both keeping me on my toes. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all.
Wonderful. And I think the main question that's all on our lips, Sam, is how is your neck? Is it okay?
Do you know what? Lockdown has done it loads of good. No racing. It's getting longer though. Look at that.
Wonderful. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks to heavyweight drivers. I think I'll take our 2 drivers out the stream. But thank you for joining us, Neil and Brad.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. And cool. We got one more to do. We've been going through all the team stuff, by the way. It is only a bit of fun. I know we're pretending to take it seriously here, but we do encourage as many teams as possible. So if you're joining us for 2021, please form a team or enter on the form and say that you're interested in joining a team. Not just going to randomly put people together. We'll make it not awkward, if you like. But so that should be good.
We are going to put a bit more effort into it this year, aren't we? So that's why we want to make it a bit better, especially now the classes are going to be more combined. There's going to be more teams fighting, so it's going to be harder.
Yes, sir. So hopefully announcement on TBA this month. Well, it will be, hopefully. And NRK, we also haven't forgotten about that. We're combining with Herefordshire and Wilton Mill, I believe, now. One more thing before we get to lightweight. I've got the results of the favourite round poll. So the favourite round for everyone this year, with the vote 76%, was Herefordshire.
Wow.
Everyone enjoyed Herefordshire the most. And then 74.4 was Brighton, and 72 was Castle Coombe. So Wilton Mill not even in the top 4. That's probably just me because I was salty. But, okay, one more. Yes, one more to go for lightweight. So I need to add these people in. We've got a special guest host for lightweight as well. So I better just go and find him. So just talk amongst yourselves.
FYI, me and Luke have no idea what he's just done. So Luke, I'll ask you a question then, if you don't mind, whilst we're hanging around. What was your worst moment of the season? Because I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, without a doubt, the second Formula Fast round when I was sick. That was by far the worst moment of the season for me.
Yeah. Has that ever happened before? Is this the first time? How are you feeling since you drive in Formula Fords, and in epoxy little go-kart engine, and you're throwing up. But the main thing is you were okay. You had some fresh air. And how were you feeling a few days after?
Yeah, I've never had anything like that before. That's the first time. To be honest, I didn't really feel anything until I was in that race, and it just got progressively worse and worse through the race. And then I was fighting to keep it back in the last few laps.
Tom Guest's eyes at this point were just championship. That round, I believe, was. Hello. We'll hand it back.
Hello, I am your host today, Shrek. It is me. I couldn't give out my tape in person, so I wanted to congratulate you all and thank you for competing this year. Thank you, everybody. I must go now.
And there's Shrek. Well done to everyone that earned themselves a Shrek VCR this year. I'm not sure what Diego has planned for 2021 rewards. It's probably Shrek 2. I can tell you that much.
Oh God!
What's going on with the hairs?
It was me all along. I was Shrek.
Oh,
it was me. I admit it. All right, I think we're ready to do lightweight now. So, final awards of the evening. Thanks for sticking around, everyone, for our nonsense. So, in third place in lightweights, we're going to add them to the stream now with the 214 points for TSG was Amy Breacher. Well done, Amy Breacher. In second place with 223 points, note this down, is Mr. Luke Cooper. Well done, Mr. Luke Cooper. Good job.
And
which
there is your trophy, Luke,
there's
which
your
you
trophy.
didn't even collect.
He's got enough trophies. He's all good.
Nice big one.
Which means you're winner, and winner of lightweight certainly on 224 points by 1 point in the end is Mr. Tom Guest. Well done, Mr. Tom Guest. Good job. Nice. Look at that.
Well done, mate. Big chonky one.
Big chonky.
Won't fit in the cabinet.
That was the idea.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay. I guess I'll ask some questions now because Sam and Luke are asleep. So, yeah, season was great. Obviously, we discussed that quite well. Has anyone asked you what your worst result is yet?
For me,
Well, he did touch on it earlier with the Brighton, didn't he?
no, my worst result was Wilton Mill.
Ah, interesting.
Wilton Mill, definite. That was an absolute show. That was terrible. Yeah, the Kart parity, everyone in the carnage. That was a difficult day. I didn't enjoy that at all. And then getting the wrongly black flagged in the final, taken back, and they told me to carry on after I'd come in. That was ridiculous. But you know, racing, these things happen. That was my worst day. But yeah, luckily early season form and consistency carried me through.
Sam, you're in charge. Pay attention.
Oh, Amy, who impressed you the most this year?
Difficult question.
No one by the sounds of it.
No, I'm just thinking of. I would say Josh. Actually, Josh did really well at Formula Fast. He surprised me actually how well he was at Formula Fast. So, yeah, I didn't do so well at that one. But yeah, no, really, really good.
Good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be my competition for next year, for sure. Well, this year, I mean, yeah.
You, on the back of that, who would you say was your rival this year?
Different one again. Tom.
Quite right.
Rivals and teammates, always healthy.
Yeah.
Sure.
We work together, but then sometimes you can't, can you? So.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, that's all of our awards winners. Yeah, I'll just take you two off quickly, but again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for
racing with us, guys.
Thank you for everyone for joining us this evening. Yeah, that's all for 2020. So that's the end of SERKC. How do you pronounce SERKC, Sam, for the record?
Circ. You don't pronounce the C.
It's not Circ. Not SERKC.
That's not SERKC.
Not SERKC. Well, we can't do that anymore anyway. So now we're SRK, which is
still Circ.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Hey.
It's the same thing. So it's called the SERK Championship. For anyone paying attention from the Croc Stream commentators, SERK, that's what it's called. All right, yeah, no, looking forward to this season. We're already into double figures for entries for the first round onwards, in fact, for the whole season. So should be really good. Reminder that season passes are the best way to do everything. So I'm going to hastily bring these on screen now, so you know what I'm talking about. Let's share him over here so you can see this. There we go. Best way to get involved on the season pass. Helps us out. Don't forget the installment plans as well. Over here by the end of February, by the end of January even. So get involved on there if you can. Even if you're not doing the season passes, you can still paper around. It's no big deal. It's all good. Cool. Well, that's the end of the season. Luke, do you want to say anything before we finish?
Again, thank you to everyone that took part. Hopefully you will come back again for next year, and hopefully everything will be better in terms of coronavirus and we can all get the racing underway.
Yeah, anything to add, Sam?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what it is. Everyone's enjoyed themselves, I think, and I'm looking forward to seeing what 2021 brings out. Hopefully we can actually race.
Hopefully we can, yeah.
And
hopefully get rid of this abomination.
Yeah. What's your plans then, Diego? What's your targets for 2021? You're going to be good this year, or?
Nope. I'm going to be as bad as ever. I don't know. I got second at Race World. I was happy with that. I'll try and get top 5 outdoors. That's fine.
I do remember the guy in third literally letting me through because he was done with dealing with you. So that's how bad you are. That was good. It was a good result.
Wonderful. Cool. Right. Well, that's the plan for all of that. And I think that's it. We'll probably be, I don't think we'll be back online on any sort of stream before the Castle Coombe round, or we're planning to anyway. So get your entries in, get involved. We'll be updating the Facebook page. We'll put some more stuff on YouTube as well. But big thanks from everyone involved from this year, and we'll see you in 2021.